A very common question is that why the twin flame runner is so cold or so disinterested in the relationship compared to the chaser. And if you are a chaser, it's extremely frustrating when all your focus is on the relationship and you feel that you do everything for the partner, you do everything for the relationship, you give all your attention and you get just teeny tiny bits back. So today I'm going to address this so you can get a much better understanding of what is happening, so you won't take it so personally that the runner is actually attacking you or the runner is disinterested. So it allows you to get into their psyche so you get a very good understanding of their behavior. So first you have to understand the key difference is that both of you are actually insecure in the relationship, because the mixture of the runner and the chaser is going to be the secure one who is in the middle, and the chaser is going to be out on one side and the runner is going to be out on the other side. And this is how you actually mirror, and this is how you attract. That the more insecure you are, the more insecure partner you are going to attract, because opposites are going to attract. So basically, in order to get a more healthy opposite, you have to move closer to the secure part. And what that means is that you have both characteristics. The runner is going to be able to detach from the relationship a lot easier and really sees the relationship in a sense that, okay, these are my expectations or these are the things I agree with, and if it doesn't match, I move away. While the chaser is going to be the opposite, that the chaser focuses on the relationship way too much and can act very possessive from the other person's point of view, because they focus too much on the partner. They want too much. And as I said, this is the healthy, and you two are on the other side. So compared to a secure, healthy one, if you are a little bit this side or if you are a little bit on that side, the difference is not as big. But as soon as you are the opposites of each other, you can see that the difference is huge. And this is where the abuse is coming from, that you are just too further away, and this is how you are opposites. So let's get into an understanding of the different versions that can be behind the runner, because the problem with this runner versus chaser is that it's like, okay, there is one type of group and there is another type of group. But in reality, first of all, the runner and the chaser are going to be on a spectrum, how mixed they are with the other traits. Also, the runner has two types that are very different, and one of them is going to be actually the mixture of the runner and the chaser. I'm talking about it in another video deeply. I'm going to leave a link below in the description box where I talk about it. But in this video, what I want to talk about is kind of different personality types, and this is going to come from the Enneagram. And I would say this can give you a deeper understanding compared to the 4 attachment types that I generally use. That is going to be your core basics to understand the attachment. But then this gives you another understanding of different personalities, because different personality types are going to have different motivation and different needs, and that's why they can seem as they are not interested in the relationship as much. So if you are the chaser, let's start with this, identifying you. You are most likely to be the Enneagram 2, which is described as the helper or the giver, and this is the most focused type on the one-on-one relationship. And it means that all your focus is on the partner, and this is where your blind spot is, that you don't focus on your own needs or other parts of what is important in a life. And that's why your twin flame runner can be very confusing for you. A very common attraction between two, and the other one is going to be the Enneagram 3, and the Enneagram 3 is going to be the achiever. And this type of person really focuses on, like this type of runner, on work, on prestige, on being admired by others. So they are not going to focus on the relationship as much because they are going to focus on themselves, like on their work, what they have. And you can identify this person generally that they wear branded clothes, or they wear or they have very fancy cars, or they have very good job that they just spend too much time on it. And because that's their core need, that they are the achiever, they have to achieve, they have to show the world that they are the best. That's why you can feel that you are on the end of their list, because the relationship is not something that's the most important. Although in the relationship they can come across as that in the beginning they want to be the best in the relationship, so they do everything for you, but then they put actually themselves first later on, because this type of person can actually get bored of the relationship very easily as well. And you also have to understand that this type, because they are the achiever, they can, so this has actually many levels as well. They can be unhealthy, medium healthy, and healthy, that they can actually get you as just a trophy. So as soon as they get you, they are not going to put as much attention into you because they already had you, and you are more like, I have a nice looking car, I have a nice looking house, now I have a nice looking partner, and now I need nice looking children, and it's just like I have to show it to the world. So you have to really pay attention to how the person behaves and what they see generally as very important. Then you can see another type of runner who is going to be more of a thinker. They are going to be on time, they are very responsible. You will feel that they do everything for you, and they are very predictable. But they can feel again that they are cold, they are not really there for you, because as soon as you become very emotional, they don't really understand that they can detach, and they can come up with rules and what are expected and why are you acting out. So although they are in the relationship, you can feel that the emotional connection is kind of missing, and the relationship is more about I'm staying with you because this is the right thing to do. So you can feel an emotional dissatisfaction, that the spark is just not there. They are not emotional for you enough, because they can feel like that they are there with you because this is the responsibility, this is the duty they have to do, but it's not their individual choice. You will feel, but maybe you cannot really put your head around it. And generally these are the type of people who really focus on the social things that are expected in a society, and the social rules, social norms, and that's why they can feel that they are more detached from the relationship, in a sense that from the emotional part, that maybe they pay the bills, they do what they have to do, but that very close loving connection, that spark and that craziness and let's be spontaneous, that can be missing, because they can come across as more rigid, a little bit colder people. And the last one I'm going to bring up is going to be the Enneagram 9. So if you look into the Enneagram, actually there are 9 of them, and these are the ones that are more social focused. It's going to be the 6 that's coming from the head, then 3 that's going to be more emotional, and then The 9 is going to be quite disconnected from the thoughts and emotions, but they are very connected to your moods. So these type of people, the problem with them that they are very, very avoidant in general from problems and for everything, and they can feel as shut down. So they are very responsive to you when you are in a good mood. So when you are in a good mood, they love being with you, and it's just like, wow, I feel so good when you are happy. But when you are unhappy and when you are angry or there is a problem, they go away, they distance themselves, because their core need, and this is what the need is again, it's peace. So it's not the relationship, it's peace. That they just don't want any turbulence. They just want to be in this idealized world where everyone is happy and there is no problems. Because in reality, they cannot deal with the problem. They shut down because this is something they haven't learned during their childhood. And these type of people, the Enneagram 9, seems that they go along with you. So they say yes, they agree, they seem quiet. And exactly for this reason, you can, after a while, get bored of them, because you want the other person to kind of come to you that, oh, I was so excited all day to see you, I really want you, or bring up an issue that, look, this is the problem, we should resolve it. And this is something that is really missing from them, especially, again, it's on a spectrum that they can be on an unhealthy path, that you feel that your partner is there, but it's kind of like a ghost after a while, and you have to be always in a good mood for your partner to want to be with you. And as soon as you are different, then they are not there. So it's not really a healthy relationship in the long term, because realistically, a relationship has ups and downs, and it's not about being perfect. It's about resolving the problems together, because as soon as you resolve an issue, it actually creates a bond between the two of you. So people generally believe that, oh, if everything was great, it would be fine. But you need meaning in life, and you get this meaning and really, really deep connection and trust, a very deep trust, when you actually work through issues together. And the last one I'm going to bring up is going to be the Enneagram 1, which is the reformer, but it's also the perfectionist. And these are these very obsessed people who have their rigid rules that must be followed, and they are extremely unrealistic, and everything is right or wrong. So you can feel with them again that they are not really in the relationship, because you are unconditional. The Enneagram 2 is unconditional. You want validation, you want to feel appreciated, you want unconditional love. And the Enneagram 1 is going to be a highly, highly rule-based person. What is right, what is wrong, and you will feel that the person is not there. It's just like nearly dating a freaking law book, that it's just not healthy in the long term. And again, where they are on the spectrum, because you don't feel that unconditional love. And also the Enneagram 1, because it's their core need is to be right, to be correct. That the relationship is about fights as well, that they have to feel right. So you feel that either you both agree on something or the relationship is unhealthy. And it's, again, a relationship is not about being right, it's about accepting the differences, that okay, I can say this and believe in this, and I can believe in, and you can believe in that. We can be completely different, but we can be equal. And it's not about right or wrong, it's about understanding each other and accepting each other's individual opinions and individual internal experiences. And this is actually how you create wholeness within yourself and also in the relationship. So this is just a very quick introduction to Enneagram types in relationship to the runner and the chaser, just to get a little bit of different viewpoint instead of runner versus chaser, and there are these two groups only, and this way you can get a little bit of depth, a little bit of different understanding of yourself and others. So this way you won't take everything so personally, you won't feel triggered and hurt so much. It gives you a little bit of peace of mind, because you have to understand that the Enneagram 2 is very, very body based, very, very emotions based, and what you have to get connected to is your head, and the head is going to have these patterns. So if you learn about yourself and you learn about others, that is going to actually calm these impulses, and when you have sudden anger or anxiety coming up, because you will understand why things are happening in the way they do. See you in my next video.